Hey everybody, so we're going to start with lesson 2 of Coaching Cat today, and we're going to just probably only get about halfway through it, because session 2 is kind of a big one, but we're going to talk about identifying emotions, and about how people look, feel, and act when they're experiencing different emotions. So I want you to, as a class, come up with a really big list of a bunch of different emotions, as many different emotions as you can think of, and I want you to write them down on the board. So take about 5 or 10 minutes and do that. So you can go ahead and pause the video. When you're done with that, then I want you to pick a few of those emotions, and I want you to talk about how you know when you're in that emotion, what it feels like in your body, and then what you do when you're experiencing that emotion. So, for example, if I'm feeling angry, my face looks angry, my eyes are small, and my lips are tight, and I might have clenched fists. That's what I look like. And when I'm angry, I usually have to take a break from other people. So I leave the room, or I go and I be by myself, and I take some deep breaths and I try to re-regulate myself so that then I can come back to the situation that I left. But that looks different for everybody, right? Sometimes when you're angry, you hit things or throw desks, or sometimes when people are angry, they scream. I don't do that anymore because I practice and I make progress on my emotional regulation. So I want you to take about 10 minutes and go through, pick maybe 5 emotions and talk about what it looks like and how people act and how you know when they're feeling those things. Okay? And then when you're done with that, we're going to start with some of the worksheets, which you can do either individually or as a group. Okay? So the questions on this one, right? Come up with 2 ways. How do you know when someone's angry? Can you think of 2 ways that you can tell when somebody's angry? So pause and talk about that. You can either write it on your sheet of paper or on the board. And then for this next part, I want you guys to individually come up with answers. So think of the answer in your head or write it down of these emotions, and then I want you to share and talk about it with the class and see if you guys were able to come up with the same emotions. Once you're done with that, you can have a group discussion about these situations. It says role play. You guys can get up in front of the class and act it out if you want to, but you don't have to because it's just the first lesson, and we have quite a bit of role playing to do throughout this curriculum. But the situations are things like your best friend comes running up to you on the playground and your friend says, "Let's go play." What do you do? How do you feel? What are you doing when they say that? So pause the video, go through those 3 situations, and then come back. The next part is going to be, it looks like this. What you're going to do is I want you guys to individually think about how each of those people are feeling. So I want to know what you guys think on your own and then discuss as a group. And make sure that you're raising your hand and asking for help from your teachers if you need it. So go ahead and pause and fill out these situations. You can kind of sort of tell how people are feeling. So the point of this lesson is to say that everybody experiences emotions. Emotions are neither good nor bad, right? Emotions are just neutral. They just are. They don't hold any goodness or badness over us. It's okay to feel happy. It's okay to feel angry. And being able to differentiate how other people are feeling and how we are feeling in situations. And sometimes it's really hard to know how we are feeling, but we can start to recognize, like, oh, my heart is starting to beat faster. Maybe I'm anxious. Okay. So when you notice the things that go on in your body and the way that your face looks and the actions that you do, like, oh, my heart is starting to beat faster. I got up from my desk and I walked out of the classroom. Maybe I was feeling anxious or nervous about a situation that was going on. So over the next couple of days, we're going to start introducing some situations, and we're going to create a like an anxiety scale. We're going to rate these situations and see on a scale of 1 to 10, is this like, oh my gosh, this is going to make me freak out, I'm going to have a full-blown panic attack, versus like, this is a no big deal and I can take a deep breath and get through that. So that's what we're going to do for the next lesson. We'll go over some situations and we'll create a thermometer. If you guys have extra time and you want to go over some stressful situations, you can absolutely pause the video and do that. However, I would encourage you to do a 3-minute mindfulness and then maybe some trivia to wrap this up today. Okay, see you in the session 3.